Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about symmetry of functions. So we're interested in three basic kinds of symmetry. The first one is symmetry about the y-axis. And then we have symmetry about the x-axis. And finally, we have symmetry about the origin. Okay. So first, we're going to take a look at symmetry about the x-axis. So when do we say that a function is symmetric about the y-axis? We say that a graph is symmetric about the y-axis if for every point xy on the graph the point negative xy is also on the graph. So let's take a look using a software. By the way, as I mentioned before in the introductory video, this is a software called Desmos, and if you just type in desmos.com in your browser, internet browser, it'll pull up the website. So here's the function we have here, x squared, and what we're interested in is seeing if this graph is symmetric. And if we look at it as see that this point here, right, this is your point 2, 4, and this is your point. Sorry, this is your point negative 2, 4, and this is your point 2, 4. We see that, just like the definition says, negative 2, so negative xy is also on the graph and xy is also on the graph. We can pick other points if we wanted. So we have negative 1.4, and if you look here, we have negative 1.4 and 1.97 as well. So we see that the function y equals x squared is symmetric about the x-axis. Also, you can think about if we were to fold this plane about the y-axis, then the graph would fold on itself, right? And that's a measure of symmetry. Okay, so how do we check for symmetry? So we check for symmetry in the following way. So checking for symmetry. Okay, so the way we check for symmetry about the y-axis is what we do is we replace x with negative x. If the resulting graph function is equivalent to the original function, we say that the graph is symmetric with respect to the y-axis. So let's take a quick example, right? Let's consider the function y equals x squared plus 2, right? So like I said, I'm going to replace x with negative x, right? So what if I replace x with negative x, and so what I get is I get y equals negative x quantity squared plus 2, okay? And well, we know that if you square a negative number, we get a positive number, so I get x squared plus 2. The equation that I got is exactly what we have here, so this is a check. We can say that y equals x squared plus 2 is symmetric about the y-axis.